Imagine diving into the crystal clear waters of a place so pristine and mysterious that it feels like you've entered another world. This is the reality for divers who explore Manatee Springs, one of Florida's most captivating cave diving locations. The water here is so clear, it seems to shimmer with an otherworldly glow, inviting divers to explore the depths of a hidden underwater realm. For many divers, including experienced adventurers, Manatee Springs represents both a challenge and a dream to discover something new, to conquer the unknown, and to experience the ultimate thrill of exploring the deep. But despite its beauty, there's a darker side to these caves. Beneath the surface, the labyrinth of passages can quickly turn treacherous. The very same beauty that draws divers to the spring is also what makes it so dangerous. The cave system is vast, and in the depths, you are completely isolated from the world above. No light, no sound, just the eerie silence of the underwater world. This is where many divers push their limits, testing their skills and courage. But sometimes, the line between adventure and disaster can be thin. And that's exactly what we'll see unfold in the tragic story of the Manatee Springs cave diving incident. As the story unfolds, we'll take a deep dive into the events that led to one of the most shocking tragedies in cave diving history. What started as an exciting exploration quickly spiraled into a battle for survival, forcing divers to face dangers they never expected. But what went wrong? Was it a simple mistake, or was the cave system more unforgiving than anyone realized? Stick with us to find out. Before we dive deeper into this gripping tale, don't forget to subscribe and like this video to get more stories about the dangers and wonders of the underwater world. Michael L. Newton was an experienced and well-respected cave diver, known for his skill and dedication to the sport. A veteran of numerous cave diving expeditions, Michael wasn't someone who dived for thrills alone. He dove because of his deep respect for the natural world beneath the surface. He had completed countless dives in challenging conditions, and was highly regarded within the diving community for his expertise. His training, certification, and experience made him a trusted figure among both peers and mentors. Diving wasn't just a hobby for Michael. It was a calling, something that ran deep in his veins. His passion for exploration pushed him to explore caves in some of the most remote and dangerous environments in Florida. His knowledge of cave systems and meticulous planning made him a reliable and safe diver, someone others looked up to. But despite all his experience, cave diving is inherently dangerous, and even the most seasoned divers can face unpredictable situations. Michael was not only known for his diving skills, but also for his humility and team spirit. He was always ready to help others, share his knowledge, and promote safety, even when diving in some of the most challenging underwater caves in the world. On the day of the dive, everything seemed routine. Michael and his team gathered at Manatee Springs, checking their equipment, reviewing the dive plan, and discussing the route. This wasn't their first time exploring caves, so they were all familiar with the risks and safety measures. The plan was straightforward: dive to a deeper section of the cave that had previously been unreachable. The goal was to push the limits of their exploration. With all the preparations in place, the divers were eager and ready for another adventure, unaware that this dive would soon turn into a disaster. As the team descended into the cave, everything felt calm and serene. The water was crystal clear, and the eerie silence of the cave enveloped them. They passed through narrow passages, the dim light from their headlamps casting shadows on the limestone walls. The deeper they went, the more isolated they became from the outside world. It was a mesmerizing, almost magical experience until they reached a point where the passage became tighter, and the sense of adventure began to shift toward unease. The beauty of the cave was undeniable, but as they ventured farther, the team was acutely aware that they were pushing the limits of both their equipment and their experience. Deep within the cave, disaster struck. What seemed like a normal dive quickly spiraled out of control. One of the divers, likely Michael, encountered a sudden issue, perhaps a malfunction with his equipment or a change in the cave's layout. The visibility dropped and panic set in. In the disorienting darkness, they struggled to stay calm and solve the problem. The cave, which had once felt like an adventure, now seemed like a trap. Despite their training and experience, the team was faced with an unpredictable situation. What was supposed to be a routine exploration turned into a race against time, with the diver's life hanging in the balance. Once the team realized something had gone terribly wrong, They immediately sprang into action, diving deeper into the cave to find their missing member. The search was frantic. Time was running out, and with limited air and visibility, the team had to push their limits. They risked their own safety, navigating through narrow, unpredictable passages, desperately searching for any sign of Michael. The clock was ticking, but the deeper they went, the more difficult it became to locate him. Despite their best efforts, the cave's complex and treacherous layout made rescue nearly impossible. What began as a simple exploration had now become a dangerous struggle for survival. The tragic loss of Michael shook the diving community to its core. What had been a routine dive turned into a haunting reminder of how unpredictable cave diving can be. Friends, family, and fellow divers struggled to come to terms with the reality of the situation. Experts analyzed what went wrong, looking for answers. Was it an equipment failure, human error, or the inherent dangers of cave diving? Regardless of the cause, the impact was felt deeply by all who knew Michael. His death led to a re-evaluation of safety protocols in cave diving, urging divers to take even more precautionary steps. But the loss was not just professional, it was personal. Michael's passing left a void that would never be filled, and the event served as a painful reminder of the risks involved in exploring the unknown. In the wake of the tragedy, the diving community was forced to confront the reality of cave diving's inherent dangers. Michael's death sparked serious discussions about safety, highlighting the need for better equipment checks, stricter protocols, and more extensive training. While the tragedy was devastating, it wasn't in vain many lives were saved in the years that followed because of the changes it prompted. Michael's legacy lives on through these improvements, as divers became more cautious and more prepared for the unpredictable nature of cave diving. His story remains a sobering reminder that even the most experienced divers are not immune to the risks of exploring the underwater world. Respect for the cave, preparation, and safety became central to the diving community's ethos, ensuring that Michael's legacy would continue to influence future generations of divers. The Manatee Springs Cave. Diving tragedy serves as a chilling reminder of the fine line between adventure and danger. Michael L. Newton, a seasoned diver, tragically lost his life while doing what he loved, exploring the depths of an underwater world few ever get to see. His story highlights the risks that come with pushing the boundaries of human exploration,